Thank you. Thank you all. That was the Tigray national anthem. And again, to remind everybody here, this is a peaceful protest against the genocidal war that's declared on the people of Tigray. Tigray is a region in a country called Ethiopia. It's located in East Africa, and there's currently genocide being held on the people of Tigray just only because they demanded that they get to elect their own leaders. They demanded election be held, periodic elections. But unfortunately, the dictatorship that we have in place declared war, invading forces which are not native or which are not Ethiopian forces. The Ethiopian government officially invited the Eritrean army, another regions, the Amhara regional forces, the Fano militias, and it's been more than 5 months right now. And there are currently almost 7 million people in Tigray, and of all those, more than 75% are in immediate need of assistance, any form, medicine, food, anything. Those of you who would like to find out more, you can go to Twitter and check out hashtag Tigray Genocide. Again, hashtag Tigray Genocide, hashtag TIGRAY Genocide. You'll find more. You can also go omna.com or istandustigray.com, and then you can learn more. Thank you again. Now we'll continue by getting to sing the American National Anthem. So everybody, please stand still and show respect. Thank you.
Bright stars through the perilous fight. silence reposes.
What is that which the breeze on the towering steep, as it faithfully blows, half conceals, half discloses?
Now it catches the gleam of the morning's first beam.
In full glory reflected, now shines on the screen. 'Tis the star-spangled banner, borne on maiden wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
እሺ ካብዚ መቐፃል ሰልፊ እዚ ኤስጄቲኢ ተዳለወ ሰልፊ እዩ ካብ ኤስጄቲኢ ብምውካል ሓኡና ኤፍሬም መደረ ቀርበልና እዩ Mr. Ephraim is going to give a speech now representing SJTE. Mr. Ephraim, please come to the stage.
Thank you, Mr. Naum. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Good morning to Grand Americans. Good morning, our American family. Good morning, our Eritrean friends and family. Good morning, the Oromo community. Good morning, all national and nationalities here to help us support our people to Tigray. We have multiple reasons why we are doing this protest here in Linwood, Washington. One of the reasons are to honor the mayor of the city, Mayor Nicola Smith. Mayor Nicola Smith, we have had discussion with her on February 18 and April 12. She invited more than 70 community leaders and elected officials on Zoom meeting. She clearly discussed and heard our problem, our pain and suffering of not only the Tigrayan Americans, but also the Tigray people in Tigray. As you know, Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki are doing the atrocities, looting, raping, displacing more than 4.5 million Tigrayans. This atrocity is already clear now, not only by Tigrayan people, but also by Amhara people. Amhara people are now protesting against the government. At the beginning, everybody was confused. All of us were confused. I thought Abiy Ahmed was the best person to lead Ethiopia, but Abiy Ahmed is the evil person, like his dad, Isaias Afwerki. Thank you. So this war for Tigrayans are a holy war. We are protecting our people. We are defending our people, defending our people. But Isaias Afwerki and Abiy Ahmed are killing innocent people, raping women, displacing all the Tigrayans. Not only the Tigrayans, but almost half of the Ethiopian people are shaking right now. So the Security Council is also aware, not only American, not only France but also China and Russia are understanding what's going on. So at this time, we are doing this caravan protest in Linwood, Washington, to make aware all the Washington constituents to be with us, not only to stop the war, not only to stop the genocide war, but also to rebuild Tigray. As you know, Tigray is destroyed. All the factories are destroyed. All the hospitals are destroyed. All the education, the schools are destroyed. The whole region is destroyed. So we are making peaceful protests today. To make it peaceful, we have to follow the rules of the American traffic control. We will use only one lane. Please do not use the right lane because there is access for bus. The bus needs to run. The business needs to run. We're not doing any violence here. We are doing peaceful protest, and we have to make sure all the business, all people are going to work, going to all that kind of business. We need to make sure the right lane is clear. Also, we have to make sure the left lane is clear because there are a lot of business going on. The police can go fast, do his own duty. The doctors can go to the hospital and help people. The nurses can go to the hospital and help people. And other people, if they wanted to go, we have to make sure the left lane is also open. We're going to use only the center lane. And we have to follow the traffic rules. If it is red, stop. If it is green, you go. At this time, the traffic control, Linwood, Washington, are here behind us. They are controlling by the video. They will make it green, everything when we start going. But if in case, if it is red, we have to stop. So we're gonna go from here to 99, from 99 all the way down to Seattle. There is a route, it's everywhere on the social medias. We're gonna use the Space Needle and we're gonna run twice downtown Seattle. And then we're gonna end it up going by Tigray Community Center. So please help us to make this protest peaceful. Thank you everyone for coming. Tigray will prevail. ኩብራንን እዚ ሎማዓንቲ ዝግበር ዘሎ ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ብኩሉ ኣብ ሲያትል ንርከብ ተጋሩ ዝተዳለወ ናይ ኩሉ ትግራዋይ ተሳትፎ ዝግበረሉ ዘሎ ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ናይ ሎማዓን ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ፍሉይ ዝገብሮ ሓደ ብዙሓት ዓወታት ዝሓፈስናሉ ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ኣብዚ ኣብ ፌብሩዋሪ 18 ምስ ኒኮላ ስሚዝ ናይ ሊንውድ ዋሽንግተን ሜየር ኣኼባ ጌርና ነርና ናይ ኣድቮካሲ ግሩፕ ምስ ረዳእናያ ብድሕሪኡ ልባ ተነኺኡ ልባ ተጎዲኡ ልዕሊ 70 ዝኾኑ መራሕቲ ፀዊዓ ብዙም ሚቲንግ ከምቲ ዝተሳተፍኩምሉ ኩለኹም ልዕሊ 300 ሰብ ዝኸውን ኣብ ዙም ሚቲንግ ብምስታፍ ዕዉት ዝኾነ ምርድዳእ በፂሕና ኢና ኣብዚ ዕዉት ዝኾነ ምርድዳእ ድሕሪ ምብፃሕና ኣብ ከባቢና ዘለው ናይ ስኩል ዲስትሪክት ኣብ ከባቢና ዘለው ትግራይ ኣሜሪካንስ ልቦም ዝተጎድኡ ኦልሬዲ ሓገዝ ንክጅምሩ ናይ ካውንስሊንግ ሰርቪስ ንኽቡና ቃል ኣትየሙልና ኣለዉ ንሱ ጥራሕ ዘይኮነ ንሱ ጥራሕ ዘይኮነ ኣብ ጎቨርነር ኢንስሊ ንናይ ባይደን ኣድሚኒስትሬሽን እውን እኹል ዝበሃል ፅሑፋት ሰይዶም ምስ ፓዲሞሪ ሴናተር ፓዲሞሪን ካልኦት ሪፕሬዘንታቲቭ ኒክላርሰን እውን ኤፕሪል 6 ንስኡ ዲስከስ ብምግባር ኩሉ ተረዲእዎ ንሱ እውን ኣክሽን ስራሕ ጀሚሩ ምስ ሴክሬታሪ ዲፌንስ ዝተዛረቦ ብዛዕባ ትግራይ ቪድዮ ሰይዱልና ኣሎ ኣብ ሶሻል ሚድያ ኣብ ሳይበር ፓወር እውን ኣብ ካልኦት እውን ክንልጥፎ ኢና ክትሪእዎ ኢኹም ኩሎም ቶም ሪፕሬዘንታቲቭስ ናይዚ ከባቢ ተመረፅቲ ሰሚዖምና ተረዲኦምና ክሕግዙና ንሃና ኣፍ ክኾኑን ኣድቮኬት ክገብሩናን ጀሚሮም ኣለዉ ስለዚ ደስ ይበልኩም ይብል ኢሳያስን ኣብይ ኣሕመድን ግን ጥራሕ ዝዋኖም ወፂኦም ተቃሊዖም ኣለዉ ሕዚ ኣይኮነን ብትግራዋይ ብቲ ክድግፈና ይኽእል እዩ ናብ መከላከያ እውን እቲና ክነዋግኦ ንኽእል ኢና ዝበልዎ ናይ ኣምሓራ ህዝቢ እውን ተረዲእዎ ኣብይ ኢሳያስን ሸይጣውንቲ ምዃኖም ኣብ ዝቐረባ ግዜ ዝተገበረ ሰላማዊ ሰልፍታት ኣብ ባህር ዳር ይኹን ኣብ ኩሉ ናይ ኣምሓራ ክልታት ትሪኢኹም ኢኹም ስለዚ ሓቂ ትምንምን እምበር ኣይትብተኽን ከም ዝበሃል ተጋሩ ንሰብ ዘይንጎድእ ብደርጊ ተቐጥቂጥና ተቃሊስና ሕገ መንግስቲ ፅሒፍና ርኢናዮ ኖን ኣንቢቦም ክርድእዎስ እንታይ ከም ዝብሉና ይፈልጥዎን ሕዚ እውን ንህና መልእኽቲ ሕገ መንግስቲ ከንብብዎ ክርድእዎ ኩላህና ተኸባቢርና ክንነብር ኣትሊስት ቶም ምስኦም ዝነብሩ ሰባት ክነብሩ ተዝሓስብሉ ይሓይሽ ንሕና ግን ሃገራዊ ሕቶና ነፃነትና ሰልቺና ትግራይ ከም ትግራይ መጠን መንነታ ክኢላ ክትከይድ ከም ትኽእል ኢና ቃልስና ንገብሮን ዘሎ ኣብኡዚ ድማ ማንም ሰብ ዝጠራጠር ዘሎ ይመስለኒ ስለዚ ሎሙዓንቲ ንገብሮ ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ግን ሰላማዊ ስለ ዝኾነ ሰላማዊ ንክኸውን ሓደ ካብዚ ክንወፅእ ከለና የማናይ መስመር ንባስን ንካልኦት መንገድታትን ክፍቲ ክንገብሮ ኣለና ንሕና ኩላህና ኣብ ሓንቲ መስመር ኣብታ ማእኸለይቲ መስመር ገጢምና ስነ ስርዓት ሒዝና ክንከይድ ኣለና ኣብ ጎንና ንዝሓልፉ ብየማንን ብፀጋምን ዝሓልፋ መኻይን እንታይ ንብል ከም ዘለና ክርድኡና ክነስምዖም ኣለና ናይ ውልቀ ማይክሮፎን ዘለኩም ሰባት ኣብ ቻንቲንግ ትገብሩ ሰባት ኩለኹም መልእኽትና ብስነ ስርዓት ክንሕልፍ እምበር መንገዲ እንዳዓፀና ናይ ጋንግስተር ስራሕ ክንሰርሕ ይኮንና እንተኣሂብና ዘለና ከምኡውን ዝገብር ትግራዋይ እውን ኩላህና ክን ነስተኻኽሎ ይግባአና ኣብዚ ካብ ሊንውድ ሰንተር ቪድዮ ይቋፀርዎ ስለ ዘለው መጀመርያ ግሪን ምስ ኮነት ኩላ ግሪን ትኾነሉ መንገዲ ከስተኻኽሉ ምስቶም ኮማንደራት ኣብዚ ዘለው ብቐጥታ ብስልኪ ንረዳእ ኣለና ኢና ኢንኬዝ ሬድ እንድሕር ኮይኑ ግን ኣብ ሬድ ደው ክንብል ክንክእል ኣለና ካብዚ ተላዒልና 99 ሒዝና እንዳውንታውና ክንከይድ ስፒድ ሊሚት ካብቲ ዘሎ ስፒድ ሊሚት ምናልባት 5 ወይ 10 ንታሕቲ ቀስ ክንብል ንኽእል ኢና ድራይቭ ትገብሩ ዘለኹም ቻንት ክትገብሮ ይምልከተኩምን ኣብ ድራይቪንግ ክተስተውዕሉ ኣለኩም ነናባዕልና ክንጉዳይ የብልናን ሓደ ትግራዋይ ልዕሊ 10 ጥራሕ ዘይኮነስ 100 ፀላእቲ ዝቐትል ዘሎ ሓደ ትግራዋይ ሉስ ክንገብር ኣይንደልን ስለዚ ክብርኹም ከም ሓደ ሰብ ክትሪእዎ የብልኩምን ትግራዋይ ማለት 100 ሕዚ ሓደ ትግራዋይ ሓደ 100 ስነ ስርዓት ሒዝና ክንከይድ ኣለና ሎሙዓንቲ ኣብዚ መፂኹም ዘለኹም ናይ ኤርትራውያን ተወከልቲ ናይ ኦሮሞ ተወከልቲ ናይ ካልኦት ናሽናሊታን ናይ ብሄር ብሄረሰባትን መፂኹም ዘለኹም ምሳና ንክትሕግዙና እንኳዕ ደሓን መፃኹም እንዳበልና ሎሙዓንቲ ትግራይ ክስዕር ክብርን ሞጎስን ንሰማዕታትና ይቕንየለይ
Thank you, everyone. You're on the line, friend. Okay. Thank you, Tami. Kawzu Maqatsal. Check. Kawzu Maqatsal. Mayor Nicola Smith مثلا اختلوا توكالي عبد السلام الساعتين بيننا كلهم بتعكس تحت صبيو نلاقو. So the next item on our program is going to be there's a message from Mayor Nicola Smith. It's a statement sent directly from her, and we have a representative here, Miss Callan. I invite you to come to the stage and make the speech. Thank you.
Salam. Kame adarkum.
I like that.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kay. I was asked to read a message on behalf of Nicola Smith, and I was honored to accept that. But first, I just want to say how much I love Tigray. I've had the pleasure to visit Tigray. My partner is Tegaru. He unfortunately is unable to be here because he's practicing at UW Medicine right now, but he sends all his best wishes to every one of you. And yeah, I had the opportunity to go to Tigray last year in February before things closed down for COVID, and so I feel very grateful for that. I got to, see Nicola. I got to go to Wukro. I walked from Nebelet to Seifu's village of, sorry, I'm nervous, so the name is, pardon me, but we walked 2 hours from Nebelet to his village, and he used to walk that to school every day. He's a very proud Tigrayan, and he just loves all of you very much. So now I will read a message on behalf of Nicola Smith, the mayor of Linwood. Equity and inclusion are at the heart of my work as the mayor of Linwood. It is important to me and my staff that everyone in our community will live, work, and play in a safe and inclusive environment, free from discrimination, bigotry, or intolerance. At a listening session held on Tuesday, April 12th, elected officials, community leaders, and I met with over 200 Tigrayan American members of our community to hear about the tragedy that is occurring in their homeland. The testimonies that we heard at the listening session were heartbreaking and remain with me to this day. Although we cannot imagine the depth of pain and suffering that our Tigrayan American neighbors are experiencing during this difficult time, we hear your cries for help. We are sending a letter to our congressional leaders, urging them to investigate the humanitarian crisis in Tigray and expedite aid to those who are suffering. Verdant Health Commission Superintendent Lisa Edwards is offering counseling services to our Tigrayan American neighbors living in South Snohomish County. If you are interested in receiving counseling, you may contact my assistant, Leah Jensen, for more information. You'll find Leah's contact information on the City of Linwood website. We will continue to explore ways in which we can help bring relief to the crisis occurring in Tigray and ways in which we can support our Tigrayan American neighbors. May peace and blessings be with you. Sincerely, Nicola Smith.
Any message, Captain Erica?
Thank you, Kay.
You
Thank
have
you,
any
Kay.
message, Captain Erica?
Yes, Hegdef,
Nicola.
Negdef. Hegdef Pawi, Negdef Pawi. Oh, media.
Okay, thank you, Kay.
Captain Eritrea.
Thank you, we appreciate
I love you
that.
guys.
And you're always welcome in here, and we're glad to have you. Thank you. So our next session is going to be we have a message from Representative Rick Larson. It's going to be read out by Hannah. By Hannah, yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Hannah. I'm here in support of all of you and for all of your friends and family in Tigray. Okay, thank you. This is a statement from Representative Rick Larson. Thank you for inviting me to join you today, and thank you for raising awareness in the community about what is happening in the Tigray region of Ethiopia. I recently met with some of you and heard about the pain and hardship you and your families have endured. Thank you for sharing your burden with my staff and me. This week at a House Armed Services Committee meeting, I had the opportunity to raise your concerns to Department of Defense leaders and ask for an update on the situation. The U.S. government is concerned about what is happening in Tigray, and the State Department personnel is engaged in dialogue about solutions. Please continue to stay in touch with me and consider my office a resource if you have questions about what is happening in Congress. I will continue to monitor the U.S. response and share what I have heard from my constituents with leadership in Congress and with the Biden administration. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you. So as you all know, there are a lot of campaigns going on around by the fight against the Tigray genocide. There are Twitter campaigns, there are email campaigns, there are meetings being held everywhere around the globe, in the United States specifically. So let's all keep pushing. Let's all keep doing that. Let's all keep, getting more allies and more people to work with. So let's keep pushing. We can see that, it's beginning to show there can be some fruits out of that. So let's keep pushing. Let's keep working hard. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a free ride, but for sure we'll get there. For sure we will win. For sure we'll get justice. Let's just keep pushing and keep the fight live over here. So thank you. With that being said, I'll go to the next session. The next session is going to be by the SJT West Coast Chairman, Mr. Mike. He'll be delivering a speech. Mike, if you would come to the stage, please. Mr. Kasahon. Okay. So Mike, maybe you'll be on the next session. So before that, we'll do the next session after that. So it's going to be Mr. Barakat giving us a short speech. Mr. Barakat, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. I want to hear roaring. Good morning. I am not hearing what. Good morning. Allenado. Allenado. Thank you. First of all, thank you for coming. It didn't prevent you the cold. It didn't prevent you the rain. That means I see a lot of commitment from your heart. And I would like to take this opportunity also to recognize some of our Eritrean brothers, especially here is our guest, Captain David is here among us. He is a lighting rod. He is indeed a lighting rod. Thank you for all the things that you have done, Captain David. We appreciated that. And we would like to see more Eritrean brothers. This is a cause not only for Tagaru, it is a cause for all of us. Humanity is at stake. Our survival is at stake. We are united in a common goal to rid those fascist regimes of Eritrea and Ethiopia, and also the vicious forces of Amhara. So we need each other. This is a struggle for fight for humanity. So we would like to see more of you in the future. I want to make my speech very short and precise. What is happening is the last 6 months, especially on the Security Council, I would like to highlight. This is the first time last week the Security Council came up together, which is rarely that happens. So now they are in one team. They understood what's happening in Tigray. The rape, loot, killing, and the destruction. So they are united. Thanks by this time that I like to take opportunity, Ireland. Ireland has been a very supporter of Tagaru. They have been a voice. We have to recognize them whenever we can. Because of it was passed unanimously. So that means they already understood with unfettered access, investigation will take full in Tigray. This is one step. On the second step, we like to see those invading forces getting out of Tigray. And that means we have a lot of way to work. We have to reach out, our senators, Congress. We have done to highlight the predicament of our Tagaru. One thing that we are missing is we have to transform this movement to advocacy. So I would like to take this opportunity again, each of us, whether individually or collectively, we have to contact our senators, Congress. It is very important. The Ethiopian government, fascist regime, is trying to lobby day and night, spending. It's because of you, because of all of us. They are shivering. They are scared. That's what they are spending more money. So what we have here is our democratic and constitutional right. We have to use. Those people who elect, they have to represent us, and we have to make them accountable. So we have to take this opportunity for granted. We can make a change. Let's keep the faith. Let's fight. Let's not despair. We have a lot of way. Tigray is at crossroad. I know how many sleepless nights we have. It's not going to help us unless we get out of street and voice our concern. نحبر حبرنا نقالس خالوتون لأنا زمسلو أحوات أبزقات سناتنا كتصبروا سعر نقبر بخلاي درجة صباح أميدي عبي رالي كنقبر سلزخونا إيرتراويان خالوت أحوات نود أوانا أميدي كتصبرنا يدلي تناي ميدي ملعلي أب سنت ماري مبزحة جزية أبتي ناي بيكري شوب زركب ساعات 11 ስለዚ ጅምር ኩلهم ክትመጹ በዘጋጣ ምዚ ከዕድም ይደሊ ምክንያቱም ምስ ካልኦት ድሕር ተጸቢርና እቱ ዘለና ወጻዓ ክንገልጽ ድሕር ዘይከኣልና በይንና ጥራሕ ክንዋጽኦ ንኽእል ቃልሲ ኣይኮነን ስለዚ ኩلهم ክትመጹ በዘጋጣ ምዚ ይዕድም ትግራይ ትስዕር ትግራይ ትስዕር يغني.
Thank you, Mr. Barakat. We appreciate all those words of wisdom. Like you said, are we all energized? Allah naro, Allah naro. زغيركم ده Allah naro. تقرأي تعود, تقرأي تعود, تقرأي تعود, تقرأي تسعر. All right, إيش. Okay. The session Mike حجي مسيلو ناي SVT ناي West Coast Chairman Mike مدرخ قبل النائب كأم أتصال ناي كمان community representative لنا كتيم أكتاتيلنا خناتينا. So again, guys, here we have the SJT West Coast Chairman, Mr. Mike. He's gonna give a short speech, and after that, we have a representative from the Kemat community. Mr. Samuel, we're going to do both speeches consecutively. Again, we would like to remind everybody around here, for those of you who came here late, this is a peaceful protest being held by Tigrayan Americans against the genocidal war that's waged on the people of Tigray. The war is not about politics, the war is not about power, but it's about survival. The people of Tigray are fighting just to survive. They are being killed, their genocide has been waged on them just only because they demanded that periodic elections be held and they get to choose their representatives. Well, then the federal government of Ethiopia clearly did not want to hold periodic elections, so the response was given through the barrel of a gun. And the people of Tigray, as always, are fighting for survival. And again, this is not about what happened 6 months ago. This is not about what happened a year, 2, 3 years ago. This has been going on for more than 150 years, and the people of Tigray have been paying enough price to maintain that nation being united. We don't believe that there are any more ways for us except to die. So, and we will not be dying. Our people are dying every day. Our mothers are being raped. Our sisters are being raped. Our brothers are being executed and then thrown off the cliff. So we just have given up already. We just want to survive after this. So let's all keep up the good work. Everybody out here, every Tigrayan that's living in diaspora, in America, all over the globe, this is the time to be there for Tigray. We all can do something. We just have to find what that something is. We have platforms. We have Omna Tigray. We have Stand with Tigray. We have Twitter campaigns, email campaigns everywhere and around. elderlies, young, men, women, it doesn't matter. Even children, you can do something. It's just one tap away on your phone. Go to those platforms, go to those websites, keep tweeting, keep pushing, keep sending out those email campaigns. People will be listening. We know that they have been listening from day one, but we need to keep pushing because there is no free lunch in the world, guys. We have to fight. We have to earn everything. No freedom is given easily. You have to take, you have to earn your freedom. So let's all keep that in mind. Let's all keep the fight. Well, I won't take any more of your time, so I'll pass you on to the next speech. Mr. Mike, please to the speech. Thank you.
يغني لك مجمرتا بتقرنيا خجمر كاونا عبدين دقيرية كم زيقركم ناي سياتل لينوود ناي واشنطن نحوات تقارو زي مدرخ مزيقجاو بمجمرتا خبرتي هابر لي خبرتي هابرنا خاموين حساب زقروا لكم حواتي تقارو إرتراويان حواتنا ون مسانات حويسم ولا تزحرق زنادد شرق السرو شرو السرق إساياس أفوركي حقدتاويان ኣብ ትግራይ መፅኦም ትግርኛ ንዛረብ ኤርትራውያን እናተጋሩ ንኣና ክበታትኑ ዝምክርዎ ዘለው ግፍዒ ኣይፈላለየናን ኣብ ጎንኹም ኢና ኢሎም ኤርትራውያን ምሳና ኣለዉ እዮም ዳዊት ካብትን ኤርትራ እውን ምሳና ኣሎ እዩ እዚኡ መብዛሕትኡ ግዜ ትከታተልኩም መስለኒ ንሰርሖ ዘለና ስራሕ ምስጢር ኣይኮነን ግልፂ እዩ ብኤስጄቲ ንሰርሖ ዘለና ተጋሩ መጀመርታ ተጀመረሉ ኣብ ኢትዮጵያ ዘለው ተጋሩ ግፍዒ እናተሰርሖም እናተቀተሉ እናተሓረዱ ሃፍቶም እናተወረሱ መሽረፈት ኣሕመድ በኤፕሪል 2018 ማለት እዩ ስልጣን ክወሃብ እንተሎ ብሒሉ ንህዝበይን ንሃገረይን መራሒ ኮይነ ብክብሪ ንኩሉ ናይ ኢትዮጵያ ህዝቢ ክውክል እየ ኢሉ ስልጣን ክወሃብ እንተሎ ግን ንባዕሉ ሰራቂ መጭበርበሪ ህዝቢ ፅሩያት ኣሕዋትና መድፈሪ ዝገበሮም መሽረፈት እዩ ኢሳያስ ድማ ንኤርትራ ህዝቢ ዝኽበር ኣይኮነን ስለዚ ኤስጄቲ ማለት ሴኩሪቲ ኤንድ ጀስቲስ ንኢትዮጵያ ተባሂሉ ተመስረተ እዩ ብናይ ዌስት ኮስት ክንበሃል ተለኻ ካሊፎርኒያ ኦሬገን ዋሽንግተን ነቫዳ Arizona, Colorado. 6 states united. Tagaro will never be divided. Ilkum had the summer wall. Chant to go on. But how do I now? Hasarti no wahti, Kayah, Salamti, Bumal Natagaro, Adena Tigray, Slazhonet, Warat Heidi, Bishadat Museum, Bimit Shahadat Wusaro. Nitagray Museum, Hotfun Anna. Zerena Hotfu. ባህሊ ሃገር እኒሄና ኢሎም ዝፍክሩ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ንዝፈጠሮ ጌታ እምበር ንወራሪ ሓይሊ ኣይንበርክኸን እዩ እናበልኩ ሕፅር ከብላ ምእንታ ናብ እንግሊዝኛ So those of you who are here today, first and foremost, I would like to say thank you to the communities of Linwood, Seattle, and all around within the state of Washington. Today, we are gathered here to bring awareness to the genocide that have taken place since November 4th, 2020. That is 6 months. The genocide in Tigray is unprovoked. The rape, the mass starvation in Tigray is a man-made. A real man should not stand for rape, youngest child being 5, oldest being 8 and 9 years old woman. That is beyond words that I can express and explain. These are not stories, these are facts. We have over 70,000 Tigrayans in Sudan as a refugee. As we speak to you today, the corridor access to Sudan is being blocked off by the invading forces of Eritrea, by the Amhara militia, by the Amhara Fana, and the betrayer Federal Troops of Ethiopia. Abiy Ahmed of Ethiopia, on April 2018, he rose his hand, he took an oath to uphold the constitution in Ethiopia, to protect and defend. Rather, he became the most betrayal leader that we have ever seen. In America, those of you who serve in the military, you understand what I'm trying to say. You do not take oath to 110 million people and for holding an election in Tigray, regional election that is. So for those of you Washingtonians, if you vote who should represent you in your community and your state, the federal government then brings federal troops, neighboring country troops, Canada, Mexico, to eliminate the state of Washington. Imagine. Last week, U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield stated 5.2 million, this is very important, 5.2 million Tigrayans are in need of immediate humanitarian assistance. That is food, water, clean water that is, and access to electricity. We have been lied over and over for 5 months. When President Joe Biden sent Chris Coon to Addis Ababa, Abiy Ahmed admitted, although for 5 months he lied to the world saying Eritrean troops are not in Tigray, he admitted that they are. He promised they will be withdrawn immediately. They are not. What they are doing as we speak today, they are actually coming in massive, wearing Ethiopian uniform to blend in. Folks, we're not delusional. We understand what Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki are up to. Dictatorship should not be allowed in the 21st century. The only time that we have seen 5 to 6 million people have been massacred is when the Nazi Germans attempted to eliminate the Jewish people. In the 21st century, the attempt was to eliminate the Tigray people. They failed miserably. Abiy Ahmed said he's after law enforcement to take out 64 leaders of the Tigray people, elected by 2.7 million of the amazing Tigrayans. When it comes to fighting on the battlefield, there's not a chance. In return, when they lose on the battlefield, they go attack the defenseless people. They burn their crops, they destroy their food, their livestock, their livelihood. Churches and mosques has been destroyed. 700 innocent civilian worshippers in Mariam Sian of Aksum were taken out of the church and all executed. So for America, if you can't see this, I don't know what genocide means. I was old enough to remember in 1994, I was in high school in California. President Clinton came to my high school in a discussion, and widely and publicly he said the genocide in Rwanda was horrible. Yes, 800,000 Rwandans died. In Tigray today, it is a shame. Back then, we were told that this will never happen on our watch. So what is America waiting for? What is the world waiting for? I heard the UN finally agreed. Agreed on what? We need action. Concern is a statement saying, we don't care. We should care. We have ethical and moral responsibility when the injustice is happening to civilians. We are not politicians. This gathering is not about politics. It is about life and death. So when civilians who feel defenseless are going to sleep and not waking up, what is that inhumane? How do we justify the cruelty and the injustice in humanity? How could we say we're humans? What are we going to tell our children, grandchildren, when they ask us, what did you do when genocide in Tigray took place? When innocent girls and women were gang raped by Amhara militia, by the mercenary of Hegdef of Eritrea. What were you doing? If you're an Eritrean woman, if you're an Eritrean man, are you speaking up? For those of you here today, that's not the question. The question is, are you reaching out to your fellow Eritreans? your fellow Americans, are you speaking to them? I see on social media, I hear some of you frustrated. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say, the agenda for Abiy Ahmed and for Isaias Afwerki is to divide us. If we are divided, they are stronger. When we are united, they are weaker. They see us, we have made it very clear, until the genocide, the mass starvation in Tigray ends, we will not sleep. I was in LA on Saturday. I was in Las Vegas on Wednesday. I'm here with you today. I will be flying to Denver, Colorado at 5 a.m. to attend a protest in Denver tomorrow. So the fight that we're on, when we see those who cover up genocide saying, oh, it's not a big deal, or when a leader of a country says that women are raped by men, but his soldiers are knifed down at a battlefield, that's shame. I know there's so many of you patiently waiting here. I don't want to just continue, but here's what I say. Each and every one of you, please, please, reach out to your elected officials. It is key vital. Bring awareness to your communities. Write letters to your congressmen, congresswomen, senators. Please help us. It is precisely what we need. If individually you're doing your job, we love and appreciate what you do. But we need you to lend hands extending what we're doing. So by you coming here today, we know you are rising with us, standing against the injustice and inhumanity in Tigray. So for this to end, please, please continue the fight. Tigray will prevail. Ayun, Alanado? Alanado? Together lives matter. Together lives matter. Evidently.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Okay. ካብዚ ንቕፅል ይርድአና እዩ ንእሽተይ ግዜ ወሲድና ክንኮን ንኽእል ኢና ግን ኣይሆፕ ኩላኹም ኣንደርስታንድ ክትገብሩ ትርድኡና ኢልና ተስፋ ንገብር ምክንያቱ ኣብዚ ንዘሎ ሰብ ጥራሕ ዘይኮነስ ኣብ መላእ ዓለም ዘሎ ዋላ ኣብ ዓድን ዘሎ ሰብ እውን ስለ ዝኾነት መልእኽትታት ዝሓልፍ ዘሎ ዋላ ኣብ ኩሉ ፈታወን ፀላእዎን ስለ ዝርኦም ብኡ መንገዲ ክንርድኦ ይለወኩም ቴንክ ዩ ካብዚ ንቕፅል ናይ ቅማንት ኮሚኒቲ ናይ ኤርትራ ኮሚኒቲ እና ናይ ኦሮሚያ ኮሚኒቲ ወከልቲ ኣለውና ሕፅረ ሕፅረ ኣቢሎም ነዊሕ ዘይኮነ ሕፅረ ሕፅረ ኣቢሎም ብዝተኻእለ መጠን መልእኽቶም ከሕልፍልና እዮም ብናይ ቅማንት ክንጀምር ሓውና ሰለሞን ኣሎ መልእኽቲ ከሕልፈልና እዩ so the next speaker is going to be from the Kemat community. The Kemat people are one of the minorities within Ethiopia. They are also the ones dying every day. They have been dying not just for a couple of decades, but this has been going on for the past couple hundred years. Ethiopia has always been some sort of, I would say, the right, if my vocabulary serves me well, it has been, let's just say, a bad place for ethnic minorities and economic minorities. It has always been about assimilation. It has always been about giving up your ethnicity. It has always been about giving up your dream. You would not be considered as Ethiopian if you claim that you are proud by your ethnicity. If you tell them you are Kemat, if you tell them you are Tigray, if you tell them you are Oromo, if you tell them you are Benshangul, if you tell them you are Gumuz, then they have issues. That's when the problem starts. This is, and the people of Tigray has been the epicenter of the fight against this domination. This is why they consider the people of Tigray to be the last line of defense in the fight against subjugation and dominance. We will not give up. The Tigrayan people have never given up. It's not about what kind of arms you have, what kind of banners you bear, what kind of hurt you have is the question. What kind of values and principles you have is the question. Our principles are right. Our demand is justice. Our desire is equality. Nothing more, nothing less. We shall win. We will win. Make no mistake. Tigray will prevail. So we'll go to the next speaker again. It's Mr. Solomon from one of the minorities in Ethiopia, which is the proud people of Kemat. He's represented here. So I'll give you the stage, Brother Solomon. Thank you.
የተጨቆናችሁት ወገኖች፣ እኔ እዚህ የመጣሁት ለቅማንት ፍትህ ለመጠየቅ ነው። 15 ቀን ሆኗል እየጨፈጨፉ ነው ያሉት። 72 መድፍ ነው የተተኮሰብን። በ72 መድፍ የተተኮሰብን 72 መድፍ ነው የተተኮሰብን። በጣም ከሚገባው በላይ ቤተክርስቲያን የተጠለሉትን ሰዎች እነሱን ሁሉን ያወደሟቸው ከነ ቤተክርስቲያኑ ነው። ቤተክርስቲያን ውስጥ ያለ ገበሬ ነው እዛ ያለው። ታጣቂ ኃይል የለም፣ ምንም ነገር የለም። ንጹሃን ገበሬዎች ከፍተኛ ጉዳት አድርሰዋል። ቤቶች ወድመዋል። ሰው ዘው እንዳለው ነው የሞተው። ማንም የዘገበልን የለም እስካሁን። ሁሉም ግን ተባብሮ እነዛ ሀበሻ የበለጠ ነው ጦርነት እያወጁብን ያሉት። ሌሎችም ሚዲያዎች ለእኛ ማንም ድምፅ ሲሆንን የለም። ታፈንን ነው። 5 ቀን መብራት ውሃ ዘግተው 5 ቀን ሙሉ ከዛ በኋላ ኔትወርክ አጥፍተው ይህን ጭፍጨፋ ያካሄዱት እና ማንም ሰው የዘገበልንም የለም፣ ያደረገልን ምንም ነገር የተደረገ እርዳታም የለም። እስካሁንም ራሱ ምንም ነገር የተባለ የለም፣ ድምፅ የሆነን የለም። እና ይህን ድምፅ ለማሰማት ነው እኔ ዛሬ የመጣሁት። ሌሎችም ብሔር ብሔረሰቦች አሉ እንደዚህ በግፈኞች እየተጨፈጨፉ ያሉ። እነሱ ጠግበው ነው ይሄ የተራበ የደህየውን ገበሬ ነው እየጨፈጨፉ ያሉት። ጥጋብ እነሱ ግፈኞች ስቃይ እያደረሱበት ያሉት እና ሁላችሁም ሌሎችም የተበደላችሁ ድምፅ ሆኑ። ይሄን ነው ማለት የምፈልገው። እግዚአብሔር ለግፈኞች እኔ መዓት እንዲያወርድባቸው ነው የምፈልገው። ንጹህ ገበሬ ነው፣ ንጹህ እናቶች ናቸው እየተጨፈጨፉ ያሉት። ተዋጊ ኃይል አይደለም። በጣም የሚያሳዝን ነው። ህፃናት፣ አዛውንት የት ይሄዳል? እርጉዞች። ይሄን መውገዝ የተሳናቸው ናቸው፣ ማሰብ የተሳናቸው እውነት በሽተኞች ናቸው እነዚህ ሰዎች። እነዚህ መሪ ነን ብለው የተቀመጡ ሰዎች በሽተኞች ናቸው። እኔ ቃላት ያጥረኛል ምን ብዬ እንደምናገራቸው፣ ምን ብዬ እንደምገልጽ። እኔ በጣም አሞኛል። እኔ ምን እንደማደርግ ሁሉ በጣም ነው የሚያምነው። በጣም አሞኛል። 15 ቀን ሙሉ የሚበሉት የለም፣ የሚጠጡት የለም ቤተሰብ እና ይሄን ዓለም እንዲሰማልን ዓለም እንዲያውቅልን እንፈልጋለን። አሁንም በሚዲያዎች ያራገቡ ከፍተኛ ጉዳት፣ ከፍተኛ ችግር ነው እየተፈጠረ ያለው። መከላከያ፣ የአማራ ልዩ ኃይል ሚኒሻ፣ ፋኖ ይሄ ነው ተባብሮ እየጨፈጨፈን ያለው እና ይህን መልእክት ማስተላለፍ ፈልጋለሁ። ፍትህ ለተጨቆኑ ህዝቦች፣ ፍትህ ለህፃናት፣ ፍትህ ለእናቶች፣ ፍትህ ለሴቶች እህቶቻችን፣ ወንድሞቻችን፣ ፍትህ ለገበሬዎች፣ በግፍ ለሚጨፈጭፉት ንጹሃን ገበሬዎች ስላበሉን፣ አርሰው ስላበሉን፣ ስላስተማሩ፣ ትልቅ ቦታ ስላደረሱን በግፈኞች በጥጋበኞች ይጨፈጨፋል ንጹህ ገበሬ እና ድምፅ ሆኖን እላለሁ። አመሰግናለሁ።
እሺ ቴንክ ዩ። እሺ በጣም እናመሰግናለን። እንዴልና ጣዕሚና እናመስገን። Thank you. All you know what he said is so that those of you who can't understand Amharic, just summarize what he said in English. What he said is there are actually farmers, there are women being killed, raped, there are children being killed, there are even children that are being raped. Children as young as 7 are being raped right now. This is not just our words. This is a report. This is the United Nations verified report. Human Rights Watch has reported it. Amnesty International has reported it. This is public knowledge now. This is public information. There is no proof needed anymore. It is out there. If you go to the United Nations website, you will find it. If you go to UNHCR, you find it. If you go to, you name it, any responsible media outlet out there, out in the world, which stands for equality and freedom of people, is reporting this. Do not take our words. We're not asking you to take our words. We're not asking you to listen to us. Listen to those medias that you trust. It is out there. It doesn't matter if it's a leftist or a rightist or a centrist. Everyone is reporting. The United Nations Security Council took a while to stand together, but a couple of days ago, they stood up together. They stood up. Even Russia and China stood up against this now, because it is so hard to deny this anymore, because it's a genocide. It's open season for genocide exclusionists, I would say. They are just out there now. When you tell them genocide is being held, what they tell us back home is that this needs to be done. The politics in Tigray needs to be washed. That's what they tell you. The people, the educated ones, those farmers, the investors, every human capital in Tigray needs to be washed away. That's what they say. This is not just some random talk in the neighborhoods. This is something that they would go out on state-sponsored media and say it out loud. They don't even feel shame. They say that. Go check your medias. You can check BBC, you can check CNN, Al Jazeera, Channel 5, Fox News even. Go check it out. It's out there. Whether a leftist, a centrist, or a rightist, they're all reporting it. Do not take just the words of Tigrayans. Take the words of your medias, Western medias. Do not take our words. We're not asking you to take our words because it won't be fair. Try to be fair. Go to your own medias and check. Ask your reporters. They will tell you the truth, because it's not hard to bring it out there, to shine light on it anymore. So thank you again. So the next speaker is going to be from a brother from the Oromo community. We'll give him a chance, and then after that we have here the Shining Star Captain America, Captain Eritrea, who's going to make a speech for us. Sorry. So we'll start by Mr. Ali from Oromo community. Thank you.
Thank you, Naomi. Jirtu! Tagaru! Jirtu! Okay, እንኳን ተገናኘን። እኔ እንኳን ተዘጋጀሁበትም ወንድሜ ስለጠራውን ነው እዚህ መጣሁት። አንድ ነገር ማለት እንፈልገው አብይ አህመድ ኦሮሞን አይወክልም። እኛ ኦሮሞዎች ከተጨቆኑች ጋር ያለ ነው። እኛም እየተገደልን ነን። ትናንት የእናንተ ሬሳ ከጋራ ላይ የወረወሩ ዛሬ ደግሞ የኛ ሬሳ ከአምቡላንስ ውስጥ ያወጡ በጩቤ የወጉ 8 ኦሮሞ ገደልኩ ያለ ይፎክራል። ኖራቸውን ዓለም ሲያይ እንደተበደሉ ለመምሰል ሰላማዊ ሰልፍ ጠርቶ ይጫዋሉ። እኛ ደግሞ ሞር ጠንክረን መንቀሳቀስ አለብን። አንድ ላይ መቆም አለብን። እኛ አንድ ላይ ከቆምን እነሱ ደካሞች ናቸው፣ ሀቅ የላቸውም። ሁሉ ጊዜ ሀቅ ያሸንፋል። ስለዚህ መጠንከር አለብን። ልባችን መሰበር የለበትም። የምታገል ሰው አያለቅስም፣ ማልቀስ የለብንም። ተጠናክረን አንዱንም በአንድ ላይ እንደዚህ ሰዎች ለዓለም ፍርድ ማቅረብ አለብን። የአማራ ፋኖ ለዓለም ቴሮሪስት ሊስት ላይ መጻፍ አለበት። ሰው የገደሉ ነው፣ የዘረፉ ነው። ለሬሳ እንኳን ክብር የላቸውም። ዛሬ ግን እንደተበደሉ ነው፣ በውጭም በውስጥም ይጮዋሉ። ጩኸታቸው ግን አይሰራም። ሁልጊዜም አሸናፊ ተበዳዮች ናቸው። ዛሬ በኦሮሚያ ሁሉም ቦታ ሰው ሳይገደል የሚያድርበት ቦታ የለም። ሁሉም ቦታ ትናንትና ከትናንትና ወዳ ከቻይና የገባ ሜዲካል ኦፊሰር ገደሉት ከ5 ሰዎች ጋር ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ አንድ ላይ ቁመን ለቅማንትም ድምጽ ሆነን፣ በተለይ ለቅማንቶች ድምጽ ሆነ አለብን። እነሱ ወደ ውስጥ ነው ያሉት፣ ድምጽ የላቸውም፣ ቲቪ የላቸውም። የኦሮሞ ቲቪ፣ የትግራይ ቲቪ፣ ሁሉም ሰው ከቅማንት ጋር መቆም ግድ ይላል። አብረን መቆም አለብን። የቅማንት ድምጽ ሰማ፣ ከነሱ ጋር ሆነን የነሱንም ድምጽ ከፍ ማድረግ አለብን። እናሸንፋለን። አንድ ላይ ከሆን ማንም ሰው ወደ ኋላ ሊመልሰን አይችልም። ትግራይ፣ ኦሮሞ፣ ቅማንት፣ ወላይታ፣ ከምባታ አንድ ላይ ነው ኢትዮጵያዊ የሚሆነው። ካሁን በኋላ የአፄዎች እኛ ላይ አይመለስም፣ አይቻልም፣ አይሰራም። የለም እንደዚህ አይነት ነገር። አንድነት የሚባል ነገር አንድነት በጋራ እንጂ የሰውን ቋንቋ የሰውን አካባቢ እየጨፈጨፉ አንድ የሚያደርግ ነገር ምንም የለም። ሁሉ ጊዜ በጋራ የቆመ ሰው ያሸንፋል። ስለዚህ አንድ ላይ እንቆም እላለሁኝ። አመሰግናለሁኝ። ትግላችን ይቀጥላል፣ እናሸንፋለን።
Thank you, Abdi, from the Oromo community.
Up next, we have Kemat People from the Eritrean community, who's going to give a speech.
كما يوعدكم كلكم حزب إرترا أو قوني حزب تግራይ نحن إرتراويان حدنتن دحنتن فتحن إرترا سياتلن كبابيان أو قون وتصع حزب تግራይ دو إلنا كم زلنا كنجلس نفتو حتى حزب تግራይ فتحاو حتى إيو سلازد ما كجهاز كله دلاي فتحي أو كله أو زخليو هاليو أو قوني تفتحو زتمنزع حزبي دو كبل نايقدني ነዚ ኣብ ትግራይ ብፋሽስታውያን ገበነኛታት ኣብይን ኢሳያስን ዝካየድ ዘሎ ዘይፍትሓዊ ናይ ፅንተት ኩናት ኣትሬርና ንኹንን ኮኔልካ ንሓደ ህዝብን ስልጣኒኡን ታሪኹን ክድምስስ ምፍታን ዝለዓለ ገበን ኣንጻር ሰብኣውነት እዩ ካብቲ ፋሽስታውያን ሂትለርን ሞሰሊንን ካልኦት ሰመክፉኣን ፋሽስታውያንን ዘይፍለ ገበን ኣንጻር ሰብኣውነት እዩ ኣብ ቅድሚ ICC አህግራዊ ናይ ገበነኛታት ቤት ፍርዲ ክቀርቡ ድማ ኣትሬርና ንጠልብ እዚ ኣብ ትግራይ መብራህቲ ብምጽልማት ስልክን ቴሌቪዥንን ኢንተርኔትን ብምዕጻው ብሕቡእ ክካየድ ዝተፈተነ ናይ ፅንተት ኩናት ብጀጋኑ ትግራዎት ኣብ ወፃእን ኣብ ውሽጥን ተቃሊዑ ሙሉእ ዓለም ከም ዝፈልጦ ኮይኑሎ በዚ ድማ ዓብ ሞጎስ ይግባአኩም ነተን ሓሶትን ብሓሶታትን እናተኻፈአ ከም ነፋሒቶ ዝለዋወጥ ቆልዓዊ ጠባያት ዘለዎ ገበነኛ ኣቢ ናይ ሰላም መልእኽተኛ ከም ዘይኮነ ኣብ ቅድሚ ሙሉእ ዓለም ተጋሊጹሎ ናይቲ ደም ሰብ ሰትዩ ዘይጸግብ ፋሽስታዊ ኢሳያስ ኩርኩር ኮይኑ ኣሰሩ ይስዕብ ከም ዘሎ ድማ ተቃሊዑሎ መወዳእትኡ ድማ ቀሪቡ እዩ ድሮኳ መንእሰያት ኣምሓራ ኣቢ ሌባ ኢሳያስ ውጣ እንዳበሉ ክውግዝዎ ጀሚሮም ኣለዉ ናይ ውድቀቱ መጀመርታ ድማ ኣብ ቅድሚ ዓይንና ንርኢ ኣለና ኣብ ልዕሊ ህዝቡን ሃገሩን ዘሳውሮ ናይ ጥፍኣት ኩናት ብሕጊ ክሕተተሉ እዩ እዚ ኣብ ልዕሊ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ዝረአ ዘሎ ጉሁድ ናይ ፅንተት ኩናት መቐፀልታ ናይቲ 30 ዓመታት ኣብ ህዝቢ ኤርትራ ብስውር መንገዲ ክካየድ ዝፀንሐ ሕቡእ ፅንተት እዩ ኣብ ኤርትራ ዘስካሕክሕ ቤት ማእሰርትታት ኣብ ቤት ማእሰርትታት ዝሃልቁ ዘለዉ ኣብ ዘይፍትሓዊ ውግኣት ብምንዋት ንዝተቃወመ ብምርሻንን ዝጠፍኡ ዘለዉ መንእሰያት መላእ ኤርትራ ናይ ቤት ማእሰርቲ ተለዊጡ ብራዕድን ሽበራን ዝነብር ዘሎ ህዝቢ ብጉዱድ ዕስክርና ኣብ ሳዋ ዝፍፀም ዘሎ ግፍዕን ናይ ንኣሽቱ ደቂ ኣንስትዮ ዓመፅን ኣብ ዝሓለፉ 30 ዓመታት ካብ ዝፍፀሙ ዝፀንሑ ገበናት እዮም ገበናት ፋሽስታዊ ኢሳያስ ኣብ ኤርትራ ዝፈፀሙ ገበናት ከይኣኽሎ ዶብ ሰጊሩ ኣብ ልዕሊ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ዝፍፅሞ ዘሎ ግፍዕን ዓመፅን ምስ መሻርክቱ ገበነኛ ኣቢ ቀዳማይ ተሓተት እዮም ከምኡውን ኣብ ልዕሊ ስደተኛታት ኤርትራውያን ዝተፈፀመ ቅትለትን ጭውያን ተሓተት እዮም ህዝቢ ኤርትራ ይኹን ተገዲዶም ኣብ ናይ ኩናት ሓዊ ዝጥበሱ ዘለዉ መንእሰያት ትሕቲ ዕድመ ቆልዑ ናይዚ ኩናት ዝተሓተቲ ኣይኮኑን ውልቀ ምልካውያን ኣብይን ኢሳያስን ከም ኩሎም ወረርትን ዓመፅትን ኣብ ሓፂር ግዜ በቲ ዘይሕለል ቃልሲ ህዝቢ ትግራይን ህዝቢ ኤርትራን ክፉእ ኣዋዳድቆኦም ከም ዝወድቁ ፍሉጥ እዩ ምክንያቱ ኣብ ታሪክ ከም ዝተመስከረ ህዝባዊ ቃልሲ ኣብ መወዳእትኡ ተዓዋታይ ፀረ ህዝባዊ ቃልሲ ድማ ወዳቃይ እዩ ከምቲ ህዝቢ ኤርትራን ህዝቢ ትግራይን ኣንጻር ወፅዓ ኣብ ዘለዓዕልዎ ሰውራ ተሓባቢሮም ንፋሽስታዊ መንግስቱ ዘውደቑ ሕጂ እውን ክልቲኦም ህዝብታት ተሓባቢሮም ንውልቀ ምልካውያን ኣብይን ኢሳያስን ከውድቕዎም እዮም ዓወት ንፍትሓዊ ቃልሲ ህዝቢ ትግራይን ህዝቢ ኤርትራን ውድቀት ፋሽስታውያን ኣብይን ኢሳያስን ይቐነለን
Thank you so much for those words again, Brahane. Up next, we have Captain Eritrea, who's going to say a speech as well.
Salam Hawate. Captain Eritrea in the building, right? Okay. Kuburat, Jaganu. Kulahum. Tagaru Nuriokum Alana. Kamnapkum Haili, Abza Alam Yalan. Saadu Halifkum. You guys are ridiculously strong. Los Angeles, Salamo Selfie Gananerna. Mr. Hawate, Mike, Cyber Power, Teke, Mehrote. ዓለም ከምዚ ርኢ ይፈልጥኒ ምሽ ግን ማንም ሰብ ይፈልጦ እዩ ተጋሩ ንድሕሪ ኢንቫይት ገርኩምኦም ነቲ ኢቨንት 5,000 ተጋሩ 150 ኤርትራዊ right ይመስል so right ነቶም ኤርትራዊ ኣሕዋተይ ክነግረኩም ዘለ I'm sorry I also added in English for my Eritrean brothers and sisters I don't like to stand still because I'm cold my Eritrean brothers and sisters ኣይትሕመቑ ተስኡ silence is violence mish silence means you concur guys agree and my first hero in this building right now is not the grown-ups it's you guys the kids because you know why when we get old and we're stuck in our ways Jabha, Shabia, TPLF, blah 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 which means absolutely nothing that just means people are dying that's all that means these kids are going to grow up and be friends with my kids that's the whole agenda here let's utilize critical thinking no to death no to hate when one Tigrayan dies I feel it I cry all the time when a Tigrayan child dies I cry because that's my brother I don't have to be a Kologuzai or Hamas and all that nonsense talk that's my brothers that are dying so I feel it in the core right I pray for Abai Tigray I pray for Tigray I pray these are my brothers I pray for Mele right the true flag of Eritrea right I don't need Isaiah Serat to tell me what I need to be I don't have false patriotism I am Eritrean and I am proud you are Tigrayan and you're my brother and anybody that goes against that you are my enemy and I'm going to defeat you if you're against peace I'm going to defeat you if you support Isaiah and Abi we're going to defeat you as a people right that's what we're creating unity all you Jaganus are not here standing in the rain because Abgazahum Kofilkum Bumisatahum right do you know Kurullo Mayalo Gintasikum Nogo Tasikum Machikum the Adukum Kuthalu you're extending the branch to Eritreans as well Etiom Hamaat Eritrawi Habikum Zaloh Mutsarafut Ulu Isaias Miswarede Musukhudaquyuhum I promise you the end of Isaias is the end all you extremist people right we need to have an American state of mind in a sense where everyone's allowed to be free here's some critical questions I'm not going to keep this long because I know everybody has something to say I get it right but let's utilize critical thinking Yawate why is the war against Tigray Hizbi why is it not against TDF if you hate TDF or TPLF go to the mountains why are you fighting the Hizbi what did the Hizbi do to you so this is an ulterior motive and agenda correct remove the Hizbi of Tigray there is no barrier or wall for the unification and confederation of what one big Ethiopia that means all Jagano Botata Detata Alasu Adam means nothing Kulum Suwat means nothing we're not going to let that happen first critical thinking thought second critical thinking thought from my youngins Kadadakum It's Tigrina Zizarab this is not about Auraja I love my Muslim brothers my what was the Kemat I love my Kemat I love my Oromias I love my Eritreans I love my Tagarus right and those Amharas that are supporting us we love you too but you have to understand something if you remove the Tigrina speaker and this isn't about religion that's the only way Eritrea will fall you remove Tigray Eritrea falls indirectly TDF is fighting for the sovereignty and the freedom of Eritrea. People start using your brain, right? You have to understand this. The more Tigrayans and the Hizbi Tigray and TDF removes Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki, this gives my people, the Eritreans, an opportunity to be free as well. So, for you Eritreans that are hateful, remember this. They're dying and directly fighting for you and your freedom. With that said, they can't break us. Unity and love. Yahwate, my youngins, you are all my heroes. I love you. Captain Eritrea.
Kanza Hazbi Tigray. Kanza Hazbi Eritrayu. Kanza Hazbi Tigray. Kanza Hazbi Eritrayu. Sra'at Higdef. Hizbi Eritrayu Klonyu. I will clone you. أجوهم أجونا.
Thank you. That was really powerful. Thank you, our Eritrean brothers. That means a lot, especially coming from you. So, because it reminds everybody out there to keep up the fight and to join the fight against this genocide, to keep fighting Isaias and Abi. Even though they are going to go down, we would like to shorten the time period of doing that because even every single day for us is very valuable because our people are dying every day, every second. So thank you for that. So the next speaker for us is going to be from the Tigray community. He would have a short speech. That's going to be the last speech for us.
هلا نادو نحنا نسعر اسبحان سانفك نحنا نسعر تግራይ تسعر تግራይ تسعر ኮሚኒቲ ትግራይ ተጋሩ ኣብ ሲያትልን ከባቢያን ዘለኹም ናይ ትግራይ ጆኖሳይድ ተቃይምኩም ኣብ ጎንና ጠጠው ዝበልኩም ኤርትራውያን ከም ቅማንት መጻኹም ወከልቲ ካብ ኦሮሞ ዝመጻኹም ወከልቲ ካልኦት ዘይጠቐስኩኹም ካብ ዝተፈላለየ ስቴት ናይ ኣሜሪካ ዝመጻኹም ኣሕዋትና ተጋሩ እንኳዕ ደሓን መጻኹም ኣብ ትግራይ ዝሓለፈ 6 ወርሒ ኤሌክትሪክ የለን መብራት የለን ኢንተርኔት የለን ኩሉ ነገር የለን ጸልማት እዩ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ንኽጠፍእ ብኢሳያስ አፈወርቂ ብአብይ አሕመድ ብሰረቕትን ሸፋትን ኣምሓራ ተፈሪዱ እንታይ ስለ ዝገበረ 17 ዓመት ሙሉ ተቃሊሰ ዘምፃኽዎ መሰለ የሎ 17 ዓመት ሙሉ ተቃሊሰ 100,000 ስዋት ከፊለ ሰላምን ዲሞክራሲን ኣብ ትግራይ ስለ ዘምፃኹ በአንጻር ህዝብ ኢትዮጵያ እውን መሰሉ ስለ ተረጋገጽ ኩሉ ብሔር ብሔረሰባት ክልተ ዜጋ ኮይኖም ዝነበሩ ኢትዮጵያዊ ኻይል ማሕረ ስለ ዝገበረ በአንጻር ትግራይ ካብ አዲስ አበባ ዝመፀ እንዳተኣዘዘ ዝውነን ዘይኮነስ ካብ 4 ኪሎ ዝመፀ ምስለኔ ዘመሓዳድሮ ዘይኮነስ ብናይ ባዕሉ ህዝቢ ዝመረፆ almost 3 ሚሊዮን ትግራዋይ ዝመረፀ መራሒ ዶክተር ደብረጽዮን ገብረ ሚካኤል ዝበሃል መራሒ የለና ንሱ ዘመሓዳድረና ስለ ዝበለ እዩ ካሊእ ወንጀል ኣይገበረ ስለዚ እዚ ካብ ኮነ ሰራዊታት ኣምሓራ ሰራዊታት አብይ ሰራዊት ህግደፍ ኤርትራ ኩሉ ይክልን እዩ ምክንያቱ ኤርትራ ይውክልን እዩ ብዙሓት ጀጋኑ ኤርትራውያን ኣብ ጎንና ጠጠው ኢሎም ንናይ ትግራይ ግፍዒ ናይ ህግደፍ ሰራዊት ዝተቃወሙ ብዙሓት እዮም ኣነ እዚኦም ክብረት ኣለኒ ስለዚ እዞም ወረርቲ ሓይልታት እዚኣቶም ህዝቢ ትግራይ ብዙሕ ግፍዕ ኣብፂሖምሉ መናእሰይ ቀቲሎሞም ኣቦታትና ቀቲሎሞም ብገደል ደርብዮሞም ደቂ ኣንስትዮ ኣሕዋትና ክቡራት ደቂ ኣንስትዮ ንጹሃት ደቂ ኣንስትዮ ኣሕዋትና ደፊሮሞን ምድፋር ጥራሕ ኣይኮነን ንሓንቲ ንእስቲ ጓል ኣንስተይቲ ትግራይ 15 20 ወታደራት ደፊሮሞን ንሱ ጥራሕ ግን ኣይኮነን ንስኻትክን ክትወልደ ያብልክን ኢሎም ኣቃፂሎሞን እዚ ኣብ ዓለም ዝገጠመ ጀኖሳይድ ዝበሃል ሂትለር ኣብ ጀርመን ናይ ሄዳውያን ዝገበሮ ሆሎካስት እዩ ኣብ ትግራይ ብህግደፍ ሰራዊት ብብልፅግና ሰራዊት ብሰራዊት ሰረቕቲ ኣምሓራ ሆሎካስት ተፈፂሙ ካልኣይ ሆሎካስት ኣብ ትግራይ ተፈፂሙ እዚዩ ዘሕዝን እዩ እዚዩ ክንቃወሞ ኣለና እዚዩ ክነቃልዖ ኣለና ኩላኹም ውፅዓት ኢና ትብሉ ኣብዚ እዚ ወንጀል እዚ ክነጋልፆ ኣለና እዚ ናይ ሎማዓንቲ ንገብሮ ዘለና ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ናይ መኪና ተጋረብ ዓለም እንዳገበርዎ ዝፀንሑ ናቱ መቐፀልታ እዩ ክንቅፅለሉ ኢና እውን በዚ ኣንጻር ኣብ ዝሓለፈ እዋን መናእሰያትና ዝገበርዎ ተጋሩ መናእሰይ ዘንቡ ድሕረይ ዘለዉ ዝገበርዎ ኣብ ናይ ዲፕሎማሲ ስራሕ ዓብዪ ውፅኢት ተረኺብዎ እዩ ገና ክቕፅል እዩ ኣብይ ኣሕመድን ኢሳያስ ኣፈወርቅን ኣብ ዓለም ሕጊ ክሳብ ዝቐርቡ ትግራይ ነፃ ትግራይ ክሳብ ትኸውን ቃልፅና ክቕፅል እዩ ንስኻትኩም ካብ ጎንና ከም ትኾኑ ከዓ ርግፀኛ እየ ኣብ መወዳእታ ኣብ ትግራይ ሰራዊት ትግራይ ነዞም ሰለስተ ሓይልታት እዚኦም ኣብ ዘለውዎ በብዝተሰለፍዎ እንትቐብሮም እንትስዕሮም ንርኢ ኣለና ሎሚ እውን ቴሌቪዥን ትግራይ ሓንቲ ቲኤምኤች ትበሃል ቴሌቪዥን ትግራይ ኣላትና እዛ ቴሌቪዥን እዚኣ ሰራዊት ትግራይ ኣብ ትግራይ ዝገብሮ ዘሎ ምቕባር ስዕረቶም እንተረጋግፅ እዛ ቴሌቪዥን እዚኣ ኸ ኣብ ወፃእ ኮይና ብዲፕሎማሲ ሓንጎሎም ትጅፍዖም ስለ ዘላ ካሊእ ጥይት ትኾኖም ስለ ዘላ ኢሳያስ ኣፈወርቅን ኣብይን ነዚኣ ካብ ቴሌቪዥን ኣውሪዶም ኣለዉ ነዚኣ ደጊምካ ናብ ዝሕሸ ናይ ቴሌቪዥን ናብ ሳተላይት ናይ ምውፃእ ዝግበር ዘሎ ርብርብ ኩሉ ትግራዊ ኣብዚ ዘሎ ክትሓባበር ይግባእ ስለዚ ፅባሕ ኣብ ትግራይ ኮሚኒቲ ሰዓት 10 ዝጅምር ፕሮግራም ኣለና ኣብዚ መፂኹም ናይ ቲኤምኤች ሓገዝ ንኽትገብሩ ሓደራ እንዳበልኩ የቕንየለይ ትግራይ ትስዕር ትግራይ ትስዕር ሰላም መዓልቲ
ቴንክ ዩ ብጣዕሚ ብዙሕ ሰብ ዝኾነ ነገር ክብል ዘሎ ግን ምስቲ ዘለና ግዜ ሕፅረት ኣብዚ ክንውዲእና ከምቲ ዝተባሃለ ሕጂ መራሒ ናይ ኮሚኒቲና ተፍሳ ከም ዝበልዎ ፅባሕ ናይ ቲኤምኤች ፈንድሬይዚንግ ኣሎ እዩ ስለዚ ኩላህና ናይ ዙም ሊንክ ኣሎ ኣብ ኮሚኒቲ እውን ፈንድሬይዚንግ ስለ ዝግበር ፕሊዝ ኣብ ከይድኩም ኩላኹም ኮንትሪቢዩት ግበሩ ኣብ ዙም ኣትኹም እውን ምክንያቱ ቲኤምኤች ኦንሊ ዘሎ ኣክሰስ ኦንሊ ኣክሰስ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ኢንፎርሜሽን ዝረኽበሉ መንገዲ ቲኤምኤችን ጥራሕን እዩ ነይሩ እዚ ማለት ኢንፎርሜሽን ንምርካብ ኣብዚ ከምዚ ይግበር ኣሎ ኣብዚ ሰልፊ ተወፂልካ ኣብዚ ከምዚ ተገይርልካ ጥራሕ ብዝብል ዘይኮነስ መጥቃዕቲ ክፍኖ ከሎ እውን ናብዚ ከባቢ እዚ መጥቃዕቲ ይመፀካ ኣሎ እዩ ሞ ካብ ዝተላዒልካ ናብዚ ኺድ እናተባሃለ ዝንገሮ ብቲኤምኤች ጥራሕ እዩ ስለዚ ሂወት ናይ ምድሓን ጉዳይ እውን ስለ ዝኾነ እዚኣ ኩላም ናይ ግድን ዓብዪ ክኾን የብሉን ናይ ብዙሕ ክኾን የብሉን ከከም ንኽእላ ከከም ዓቕምና ብኩሉ ብዘለናዮ ኩሉ ሰብ everyone ዝኽኣሎ contribute ክገብር So to remind you all again, we have a fundraising session tomorrow, which is going to be held both on Zoom meetings and in the Seattle Tigray community area. So please feel free to go there and contribute what you can. This is not about helping a media outlet. It's about saving people. Because TMH is the only information source that the people of Tigray have. Because phone lines are down, internet is down, there's no power, there's no gas, there's no service, there's no civil service, there's no medical service, bank service, you name it. There is nothing. Even when there's going to be a military operation that's going to be undertaken within Tigray, the only way that TDF can inform our people to move from a certain area, because the bombings are not surgical or tactical. The bombings are general and massive. They don't discriminate anything. They just bomb whatever they see to be giving service. So in order to save our people, TMH has sessions every day, 24/7, informing our Tagaru, our beloved Tagaru, our beloved families back home to move from areas when there are certain attacks, air raids, operations to be held. So this is about saving Tagaru. Let's show that we really care. Let's go tomorrow to the Zoom meetings. Those of us who have access to internet here, access to Zoom, let's go to Zoom, contribute. It doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. It can be pennies. We can start from the penny. We can go from that. So everybody just do your share, because everything helps. There is no small help. There is no little help that you can say. So let's all do our best. So that being said, right now we have security people who are around wearing vests. Please, let's all listen to them. We have a few guidelines for the road. I'll be reading those out. Yeah, okay. So keep your headlights on, everybody. headlight Miss Police Mr. Zirrab ንምልክት ወንኸውን ተባሂሉ everybody ከብረህ ተባሂሉ headlightኩም on ገበሩ ሰለስተ ሌን ዘለዎ መንገዲ ክንኣቱ ከለና ሰለስተ ሌን again when we hit the road that has 3 lanes make sure you are in the center lane. Make sure you're in the center lane. Not on the left, not on the right. When there's a 2-lane road, make sure that we all stay on the left road. Leave the right lane for buses. Leave the right lane for transit services and buses. So make sure you stay on the left. Make sure you give enough attention while you're driving. Listen to our people around you. We have security people. So even if there is some problem happening, there might be some problem. Listen to them. Adhere to what they're telling you. Well, thank you very much. And the last notification I have would be from our late sister, Jerusalem Dawit's mother. There's going to be a memorial service on May 8th at Emmanuel Church. So I hope to see you there. Thank you very much. كل سنة نام مكينة سمعوا بناي وعالهم من اللي تفيدوا نتم سكيورتي سمعوهم نتم أطقهم زلوا في السدور سوات سمعوهم موسى بتلاقي رجعت أنا دوري زلخص بيمان أنا هنجمع بس أتخمس يكون كمس بغاريهم توتو هذي كلهم pay attention بتعمل attention هامي نتم سوات بس تقولهم زلوا سوات من دامتهم. Thank you.